A great team win. Great team win. It's always a different feeling when you can win a game. And just it was a case of let's win the game because we've been there so long. Let's try to find a way to win the game, not to lose the game. Take care of the ball. I thought we did a phenomenal job in the first half with only 2 turnovers. We ended up with 10. And we got to continue to work to be better at that, strong with the ball. But I thought it was our best game all year, and it's never too late to grow and get better. But I thought it was our best game of. We might have ran 4 actual plays that we did 4 plays probably the whole game. But we have a series that we run. But you got to be able to read the defense because what happens, in my experience, the better you are at cutting and moving in motion, we're unpredictable. Even though we know what we're doing, it's extremely hard to guard. And we spent so much time on it, and I think this is our best effort offensively of cutting, moving, reading, screening, and taking physical hits. Sometimes when they switch and they get physical with our guys, we kind of back off, and I thought we were aggressive and fighting for our space on offense, and it showed.
The giddiness we saw from Michael when he was in here, just talking about how you guys were playing as a team, the grittiness, just are you seeing that more and more consistently throughout these last couple weeks?
Well, I've seen it, like I said, I've seen the last at least 7, 8 games. It just, you fight, and sometimes you just have enough and you get so exhausted and you got to come back. And I've never experienced, losing like that, and I would imagine it takes a mental toll on you if you truly care. And then you probably waver, should I go ahead and teeter and get out of here? Or do I keep fighting? That's hard. And then if I'm struggling, if I'm not playing a lot, just like I'm straddling the line, do I give up? But I won't allow them to give up and quit. If that's the case, I'll just say, man, we can figure out a way you can go ahead and end the season respectfully. But I won't allow you to quit, man. You got to fight. I mean, who are we? It's basketball. You find a way to win a game. You want to win it and fight to win it. There are too many things that go on in life. You quitting in a sport, I would feel bad and sad for your family as you move forward as a husband and a father. If you quitting in this, so let's go through this storm. Let's learn from it, and it'll be greater later. But this is simply a sport, and I don't want to be callous about that because I appreciate our fans showing up when the team is struggling. I thought we had a great crowd tonight, so I want to thank them for that. Not to say we don't other times, but with the weather, people showed up. We really appreciate that. But, man, you got to fight, man. It's life. This is a game. Man, I love practicing. I love competing. And I love seeing guys get better. It's no better feeling than seeing a guy get better. And I say to guys all the time, if you do what you're supposed to do, you never have to look at the scoreboard. It's going to take care of itself.
Whatsoever had a real impact on the game tonight.
He did great. But he's put the work in. And I think the biggest key with him is believing in him, trusting his work and let it go. You put the work in, let it go. Shoot the ball, let it go. And I think what he's done a great job of, at least in the past 2 weeks, because a lot of times we have stats that we follow that he's been good at. Now, you might not see the point production, but great with a screen, great with slipping the screen so another guy can get open, great with cutting out of there, great with setting the back screen on the weak side of the ball. So a lot of things that we keep stats of. He's done a phenomenal job. And, again, you don't see the points. But now it's just keep putting the work in. Now you got to trust your work. You got to trust your work. And the only way you're going to trust your work, you got to face it. And in the game time, he faced it tonight. And you got to be consistent with it.
Was Jalen a no-go physically?
I was going with the guys who gave us the best chance to win.
Coach, it seems like tonight was truly the most complimentary basketball that I've seen you guys play so far, road or home.
Yeah.
Anything different about what you guys did, or just, hey, they showed up and this was what you guys worked towards every single day of practice?
Man, you keep getting better. I say it all the time. Didn't matter when you was losing those games, are you getting better? Because it'll turn for you. You keep getting better. Don't worry about it. Just keep getting better. Concentrate on this right here. Focus on what makes you a good player. Keep getting better. Keep coming to the gym. And that's all. It's just a product of that. I mean, we hadn't overcomplicated things. We defended better. I think they trust the fact that what if you defend, this is how it look. And then we give ourselves a chance to win games. And I think that's the biggest key. But it's not like we sitting there, let's add this and add that. It's just we're doing it at a level we need to do it at. And there's certain things I can't compromise on. You have to do this in order for our team to win.
How important is it for your guards to play like they do tonight? You know Mike's going to get the ball, but for them to knock down those key shots when Evansville's fighting back or 18 is trying to come back on your own.
Well, it's always great. Like I say, we've had great numbers, I think, in the last 8 games offensively, and our defense has really improved. But I think our guys understand that the ball has to flow through Mike in some capacity. He has to touch the ball. And it creates great opportunities, scoring drives, shots. So he has to touch the ball. And I think when he went out, West was solid. And that's the biggest key. West stays solid now, so we maintain momentum. We keep pushing forward. And that happened tonight.
Logan Epps,
Yes.
did you ever imagine when you assembled this roster, him having this type of role?
Well, I watched him on film. A guy I grew up, a childhood friend I grew up with, kind of like a family member, not biological. He's older than me. He coached Logan in high school down in Texas. And so when I got the job, he said, there's a kid that I coached. He's transferring, and that's how we got it. But, I mean, you watch him on film, you see he's a good player. And it doesn't matter what level you can play. And Logan, he can shoot the ball. He works hard. He has a grit to him. He cares. And we felt like this would be a really good game for him in terms of how Evansville defend. They're great at protecting the rim. And they play a pack line defense, so they almost a foot or so off the three-point line, so their shot will be there. It's not the first move it, and then you have a shot. And again, Logan's not a heavyweight on the scout report, so it's not as if you sit there, get up on him, he makes a couple. It's a different ball game because he's not afraid to shoot it. And we tell him, catch and shoot, that's your shot. So I'm not surprised because I've seen him in practice, and this is a great game for him. Now, other games, they might pressure him, so that's a little bit different. But the way they play defense, I thought he'd be good tonight.
How cool has it been to watch his progression? He goes from a guy that averaged 2 minutes at the lower level, and now he's appeared in your rotation, contributing in a big way to the win.
Man, if you got some fighting, it doesn't matter. For me, I don't care about none of that. If you got some fight, some determination, some grit to be successful and work hard, and he's a good guy. He works hard. He'll take a charge. He'll fight you in practice. And he's one of those guys. It doesn't matter if you're 6'10", 6'2". Just if this is my assignment, it's my assignment. And that's what makes him a good player, especially for our team.
Same thing goes for Big Mike, right? Like, to me, Big Mike's kind of like Barkley. He's vastly undersized. When he plays and he doesn't mind playing against taller trees, what is it about his motor that makes him go, okay, good luck?
Because it hasn't registered to him that somebody's 6'10" or 7 foot that's guarding him. It's just an opponent in front of him. And my job is to fight my opponent. And if he keeps that, he'll have a successful life because you can't. It's somebody in front of me and I have to win this fight. That's it. So in Mike's mind, if one guy on you, and I said that if one guy's guarding him the whole night, then we're going to ride Mike the whole night. That's it. I just don't think you can consistently have success against us if you guard him one-on-one the whole night because he's going to continue to put pressure on you. And he hits you. Now, when he hits you, it'll cause you to slow up your breathing a bit, because he hits you, and he'll keep hitting you. Yes.
Are you surprised defenses haven't kind of pulled the chair? I mean, because he bumps, and I'm thinking, ole.
Well, what we do with him, what we say to him, when you get the ball in the post, if they stern and they're set, then go around them. If you can move them, go ahead and move them. But if they set, then don't hit. Now, I think he did against Belmont. They were setting to hit. But we teach them like, man, if they're already set, just go around and go up. Now you got a chance. But he don't mind doing that. He does a lot in practice. But, I mean, he complains about a lot of fouls. He's been complaining about when I call foul on him since June. But I said, man, you got to make the adjustment, man. And but he cares, and he puts the work in. He watches film. Yeah, and the next step for him just continue to improve his touch in and around the rim, 15, 17 feet.
How much has Zaxton improved defensively, and how did you end up getting him late in the process?
One, I have a great relationship with his AAU coach. So when I got the job, we're trying to find guys and the type of guys we feel like can help us on and off the court. And of course, he was being recruited by other people, and just built a relationship. And it was amazing, like with his dad. His dad just. So when I was out, what I would do is I'd do a lot of different Zoom calls with different teams, whether it's college, high school, AAU teams. And I would do it for his AAU coach. Now, not just doing it, he wanted me to do it for his team. And I would talk about just different things, what to look for, life and all that. And what happened, Zaxton's dad was listening. Now, again, I didn't know Zaxton. I'm just doing the Zoom. And his dad was listening. So when I got the job, his dad would say, man, he would say a lot of things that I said. And he said, because I was listening on a Zoom call. Well, I didn't know. And he said, I listened to your podcast. He said, I want my son to play for you. So that's how it really worked. Of course, we recruited him. That's how it went. Yeah.
You poke your head out at halftime?
I didn't. I wanted to. It went long now. I wanted to, but everybody talks about it. I do. I miss a big deal because I know my wife and daughter were talking about it. I guess, I don't know if years back at some point somebody stole a bike or something like that. So it's a big deal. But I didn't. So I probably had to catch it on a rerun.
How many kids have you been able to land because of your podcast? Just him?
He's certainly one. Mose, obviously, listened to his mom. And more moms. What's his name? Jarrell moms listen to him. But there's just life stuff. I mean, it's real stuff. You listen?
I've listened to a few.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I like it. I mean, they help me.